What is going on, Laker fans? Appreciate you guys tuning in. Little Lakers Talk Daily on this Thursday morning. Lakers coming off the loss to the Sacramento Kings. Got a few things I want to get into. And I want to pay a little attention to Darvin Ham, get Laker fans' thoughts on what they like, what they dislike about what he's done so far this year. I know yesterday when the Lakers, 19-point lead was evaporating. Not exactly the best style from Darvin Ham. Not really stopping the bleeding. I mean, a lot of things that we talk about. And we're going to get into it. Please subscribe to the channel if you've yet to subscribe to the channel. Obviously, we're putting Lakers content on here. It's content all day long between all the shows, and then Dodgers content as well. Okay, let's get right into it. We know what happened yesterday. Obviously, a very frustrating game for a lot of Laker fans, and frustrating for a number of reasons. Number one, it's an important game. So any loss that you have at this stretch, it's going to be the difference of potentially moving up a spot in the standings or moving back a spot in the standings. And for the Lakers, they went from really having a chance to be right on the doorstep of number 8 to a little bit more of a cushion now for Dallas and Golden State. Lakers back at 10. So that's where Lakers are sitting. They're 34-30 on the year. It's not going to get much easier. They got the Milwaukee Bucks coming up on tomorrow, coming up Friday. So there's still a lot that the Lakers got to figure out. I think for me, one of my standouts from yesterday's game before I get into Darvin Ham is way too many offensive rebounds for the Sacramento Kings. Just a sense of urgency of it. The Sacramento Kings felt like they were just on the Lakers' back the entire game. Lakers obviously jumped out to a big lead, went up 19, and before the first quarter even ended, it was a 10-0 run, and all of a sudden that lead was down to 9. And I don't even need to talk about the second quarter. Lakers were outscored 44-20. 44-20. So think about that. You had a 10-0 lead to end the first quarter, plus a second quarter that was 44-20. A stretch of 54-20. I think Lakers at one point were down 20, so 59-20 over some type of stretch. I mean, just crazy the how drastic of a change and how quick that change happened. But offensive rebounds from the Sacramento Kings, 0 defense by the Lakers. De'Aaron Fox doing a lot of his damage inside the paint. I want to say points in the paint was 76-50. I'll double check that here real quick, but if it wasn't that, it was close to that, because I know that the Kings just dominated the Lakers inside the paint. So a lot of things to be frustrated about. And like I said, I think the other thing, 76-50. The other thing that is as frustrating as anything else is it's a loss, and losses right now in the Western Conference are all critical. Losses right now in the Western Conference could be the difference of you making the playoffs, not making the playoffs, play-in tournament, getting out of the play-in tournament. So that's how important each one of these games are. And Sacramento stuck it to the Lakers. Sacramento's 3-0 against the Lakers this year. So now any tiebreaker goes to the Sacramento Kings. Lakers don't have that luxury. Okay, so here's a Darvin Ham that I want to spend a little bit of time on. And, you guys can feel free to give me your comments on this. But yesterday, when I'm watching the game and just kind of seeing some interaction going on Twitter, Lakers go up 19, everybody's feeling good. But once that lead kind of started to evaporate, a lot of Laker fans were saying, hey, Darvin, you want to use one of those timeouts? Want to call timeout? And this is kind of looking at it from one side to the other. Darvin Ham did not call timeouts. Darvin Ham was not in the, hey, you know what? That's a 10-0 run. Let me stop the bleeding right now. Or a 7-0 run. Let me stop the bleeding right now. Let me get my guys. Let's get a breather. Fellas, it's all good. I know we were up 19. We're still up 12. Let's not panic here. Let's get back to doing what we were doing. Or maybe the lead's down to 6. Or maybe the lead's down to 4. Let's get one of these timeouts in here. Sacramento, is going to go on a run. They're too potent of an offense. They got too many good players. Of course they're going to go on a run. Let's get back on track. It wasn't doing that. And on the other side of it, I'll use the second half as a good example. Mike Brown and the Sacramento Kings. Mike Brown, in the second half when the Lakers would, at some point they're down 17, 18, and Sacramento would make a run. They got it down to 11 or 12. Without hesitation, let me use one of these timeouts. Let me get my guys back in order. And then they come out of the timeout. De'Aaron Fox would hit a shot, or Malik Monk would hit a shot, or Sabonis would get a nice kind of screen and roll, get to the basket for an easy hoop. Whatever it was. It always felt like they were in control and he was in control, and that there was a strategy on hand. I think Darvin Ham, for me, there's a few things that frustrate me. I think there are way too many times where if something's going out of control, I don't know if Darvin Ham has got an answer for it. I don't know if it's plan B, C, D, E, go down the list. I know what he has to start the game. I don't know how many adjustments I see throughout the game. So that to me is a little bit of a frustration. I think Darvin Ham all season long, there's been portions of the season where I'm like, all right, his players, they fight for him, they respect him, they're going to do everything they can for him. There's other times where there's a lack of urgency, or there is that energy isn't there, and of course I try to throw that back on the coach. There's only 18 games left here. I don't know how the rest of this regular season is going to play out, and I know the way, certainly in sports talk radio and doing stuff on social, everything is, one day everything looks great, the other day the sky is falling. So I understand that. But this is more for Laker fans. I want your opinion on it. What's your take on Darvin Ham right now? What's your take on what the season has been up to this point with Darvin Ham, and just what you think about these final 18 games with Darvin Ham driving that steering wheel, at least from the bench? So let us get your thoughts from there. I got another one. We'll do another one of these tomorrow. Obviously, Lakers taking on the Milwaukee Bucks, so we'll help preview that. But I appreciate you guys being a part of the show. Please subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Lake fans. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day.